Hello, this is PG. Welcome back to the channel. Today it's a Valheim guide, and in this guide I thought I'd show you how you can build a chess set. So I've built one, as you can see. So I'm going to talk you through the steps in order to make it. Right, so first things first, you'll need a hoe, which you can then level ground. So leveling ground, it's relatively simple. You need to find somewhere that's kind of flat and just try and level out a nice large area. This is just for demo purposes. And once you've done one that's big enough for this, so to do this, what do you need? You need an 8x8. So it's 8 of these. Which ones are they? Let me show you. So stone floor 2x2. You need to put 8 of these across. What I would probably do is do 8 across, 8 that way, 8 that way, and 8 that way in just the whites, and then on top of them alternate with the white ones and the black marble, and then you'll have a nice checkerboard. Now what I also did is, if you look on the corners, you've got these, right? These aren't full squares, these are these pieces. So we've got the stone wall 2x1. So I put the stone wall 2x1s next to the opposing colour, so the white ones next to the black, and then obviously the black ones next to the white, and so on. And I basically did that all around the border. In the corners I used the black marble stone and the stone wall 1x1, just because then it is a nice pattern. So you know, you just, everything that's next to something needs to be the opposite colour. And then you will have the board. Now how you want to decorate the board, I used these wooden beam things. What are they? Dark wood beams, 4 meters. Actually I used the 2 meter ones, and then just placed them across. I think I used a bit of both, the 2 and the 4 meter ones, just to frame around it, to give it like a bordering, so it looks like a chessboard. And then that's the board essentially. 8x8 big stones, and then the border with these little pieces, and then dress it around the edges with a dark wood beam. But you could use the ashlands ones, the new ones they've added, which are the ash wood. If you want to go for like a really dark style, you could do that. And then you've got the board. Now the biggest problem with making a chess set in Valheim is the pieces. Now you might think, why am I even making a chess set? That's a good question. Well, I like chess, so I thought I'd try and make one. You can't really play chess, because in order to move a piece you'd have to destroy it and craft it in the new location. I mean, you could play a game of chess if everybody was honest, but there's going to be some skullduggery going on there, isn't there? Let's be honest. So obviously if you've played chess, you've got 16 pieces on each side. So the first wave of pieces are on these squares, and they're the pawns. Now for the white ones I've used the ward. You can turn them on if you want, but if you turn them on it stops building, so it depends if you want to do that or not. But I think they work great for the white pieces. For the black pieces I used Jack-O turnips. Admittedly not as nice as the other side, but they go with the darker style, don't they? Okay, what have we got next? So the king and the queen, I couldn't really find a piece for the king and queen, so I made thrones. Dark thrones and light thrones. The queen goes on the same colour, so the white pieces, this is where the queen would sit, and this is where the king would sit and is sitting. Hello, welcome to my kingdom. So that's the king and the queens. I used these nice big stone thrones. Which ones were they? Let me double check. I'm pretty sure, well, the stone throne and the black marble throne. We've now got these bone ones, so you could potentially use the bone ones on the black, because it would suit stylistically. So that's the king and the queen on each side, just a chair to sit in. Next to the bishops, the bishop go either side. Obviously there's nothing really to do a bishop that would work, so what I've done, I've crafted armor stands and I placed them there, and then I put an outfit that I felt looked like a sort of bishop or some sort of religious type on the black, And on the white ones I used the raven wooden thrones because the bishops represent the church, and the church kind of have a place at the power element of what the chess pieces really mean. So yeah, wooden thrones here, and then armor stands with appropriate clothing here. Next we've got the knight or the horse. I didn't have a white one for the horse, so again I actually made a knight with an armor stand and did that on the other side as well. For the black ones I kind of got creative. I used one of these wooden pieces that I bordered it with, and I used the things that you can put in front of houses basically, and it's like a wolf. What's that got to do with a knight? Well, I don't know, it kind of looks like a horse a bit, doesn't it? I know I'm reaching, but you know, cut me some slack. Anyway, the final pieces are the castles or the rooks, depending on what you want to call them. For the white pieces I've used the fermenter, of course, because why not? Admittedly not very mobile, but they move in straight lines, so I suppose that'll work. And then we've got the wisp fountain here. But you know, they are adding new things in this game all the time, so you can use any of these pieces really. Like, I don't know what that was, sorry. So you could play it as long as both of you can craft those items. You can destroy it and then build it on the square you want to move to. Otherwise, building a chess set is really just for showing off. So if you have a nice big base with a castle, you could use this in the castle as a kind of centerpiece, like a throne room centerpiece or something like that, because it's very decorative, it looks kind of cool, and it's, you know, it does take some resources. Obviously I made this using cheats just to demonstrate it, but you know, the stone and the marble, that's doable. It's the pieces that could be a pain in the backside, but there you go. Anyway, that's chess. Where am I going to sit? I'm going to sit. That's the Queen's throne. This is the King's throne. Got that one right. So that's how you build a chess set. If you've got any questions, let me know. If you've got any suggestions of things I could build, let me know that also. But for now, where are we going? Let's go for a walk. I've built so much crap in this map, it's ridiculous. That's the catwalk for the guides on shields. This was where I did the archery triathlon. Let's have a look. I've got a new guide coming out for a farm. If I can find the bloody thing. Where is it? Down here? I think we're on the right track. Yeah, okay, so that's the farm. But more on this later. But anyway, it's kind of looks pretty good. And there's a pub over here as well. Anyway, that's the guide to how to build a chess set. It's pretty straightforward. You just need make sure you put the pieces in the right configuration, otherwise it will look weird. Anyway, I'm in the pub. See you later. Goodbye.